now that we are done with forward selection technique, next comes is backward elimination. So what exactly happens in backward elimination? To understand this, let's recap and recap the back forward selection first. Okay, in forward selection, what happens is we start training our model with single feature, right? And we take a note of the accuracy. We keep on doing this with each of the feature, and after that we start combining the features and we again take the note of the accuracy. At the end, whatever the best set of features gives us the best accuracy, that is the set which we use in our model training and etc. Opposed to that, in backward elimination, we start with a whole set of the features. In back forward selection, what happened is we started with one feature. In backward elimination, we are starting with a whole set of the features that we have in our data set. For example, here you can see we have 5 independent features, one dependent or target feature. Now, when we train the first model, that we will train with whole 5 set of the features, 5 independent features. Okay, and we will take a note of the accuracy. So for example, here is the 5 features, and let's say with this we trained our model, and model 1, let's say that model 1, and that gives us the accuracy of A2. In the next iteration, what we're going to do is, out of this we will remove one feature. Let's say we are removing young, right? We removed young feature and we are left with 4 features, and with that, let's say we are training the model, and this set of features gives us the accuracy of A3. In the next iteration, what we're going to do is we're going to remove male, and then again we train the model, and then in that we get A4. In the next one, what we're going to do is we remove the next feature, and with remaining 2 we're going to get the accuracy, and that is A1.3. In the next one, we're gonna again remove one, and this time we are left with one feature only, and when we train the model, this is what we get. We are getting the accuracy of 1. Now, like you can see, as we keep on eliminating the features, it keep on over here, it keeps on increasing the accuracy with best set of the features, but after certain point the accuracy starts to decline, right? That is the point where we have best set of features. So that is none other than model 3, third model, which is giving us the accuracy of A4. So this is how the backward elimination works. Hope it is clear to you. Now let me take you to the Python and help you understand how we can implement it in Python. So for that, let me take you over here. So first of all, let's import all of the dependencies. So for this, you would require one library, which is ml extend. This is something which you would require to install in case if you have not done that already. Pip install. This is what you need to do. If you have seen my previous video, means you have already installed it. If you have not installed it, means you have not seen my previous video. So either of the situation, in either of the situation, that's absolutely fine. You just go ahead and install this in case if you don't have it already, right? Because I already have it, so I'm not going to run this command, right? And over here I'll just comment it. Now next, I'm going to import pandas as pd, import numpy as np from sklearn dot model selection, import train test split from sklearn dot linear models. It should say, come on, give it to me. sklearn lin, okay, there is a spelling error. learn.linear linear model, import logistic regression. Fortunately, let me do this again. Logistic regression. This is done. Now then, from ml extend dot feature selection, import sequential selector. Now last but not the least, then we are going to say import warnings. This is just to avoid the unnecessary warnings which we don't require, right? and I'm going to say filter warnings. This has again the spelling error, ignore, I'm going to set it. Next thing, which, oops, ignore, N-O-R-E. I keep on doing these spelling mistakes, please bear with that. Okay, pd dot read excel, and inside that I'm going to use this. This is the file which I want to use, and I'm going to say df dot head, and this is how the data looks like. Okay, and like you can see, it has 31 features, out of which 30 are going to be independent, and this diagnosis is going to be dependent, which is target variable, right? Now let's just quickly check if we have any missing value. Is null, and over here I'm going to sum it up. So like you can see, this doesn't have any missing value. All of the features are showing 0 missing values, right? So we are all set. Next, we are going to split our data in train test split, and let me just copy the syntax directly from here. There is no point of wasting the time in writing that. Okay, so what I will do is I will go into this, and for this one we have the whole syntax right over here. You can just copy paste over here. If you want to write, you can of course write. My advice is that if you are beginner, you should write it. Okay, then over here I'm going to say df dot drop, because see here in training x set, I want to keep whole data set except the target one. So over here I'm going to say diagnosis. I'll quickly copy it from here so that we don't get into the spelling error again, otherwise that will unnecessarily waste the time. Okay, and here I'm going to say x is equals to 1. In the next one I'm going to say df dot keep this feature only. That's what I need to say. Next one is I'm going to create an instance, which is, let's say that feature selector. Okay, and over here I'm going to call that sequential features selector, the module which we had imported in the beginning. Now for this, the parameters which we need to provide is, first we need to provide the estimator, which will be your model, whatever model you want to use, because we have to train our model with each set of the features, right? So we need to tell this which model we want to use. So here I'm going to use logistic regression, so that I have given over here. Now here I would tell it how many features I want to select out of the 30 which we have. So for that I'm going to say k underscore features, right? So that is 5 features I want to select over here. So why? Because if I don't put it, it will, at the end it will give me one feature, which is best, right? So but I don't want to train my model with single feature, so here I have decided to keep at least 5 features. Now after that, very quickly, what I'm going to do is, this is very important, you should set it to false. If you don't set it to false, then it will do the forward selection method. That's why I'm saying forward equals to false. Then comes the floating I'm going to set as false. Then comes verbose is because it will tell us what is happening in each of the iteration. So you can put any number over here. The more number you keep over here, it will give you the more detail. If you put 0, it will give no detail. Okay, I'm putting 5. Then you need to provide how many cross validations that you want to do. So I want to do 5 cross validation. After that I want to fit my model, and for that I need to provide x train and y train. All right, now the moment I execute this, it will start training the model with each different set of the features, and it will give us the information also. Like you can see, it has started and it says 5.6 seconds has elapsed. It started with 29 features because training the model with 30 features, that is already internally done, right? So in the next iteration it is starting with 29 features, and out of that it is trying to estimate the 5 feature which will be best, and with that it is giving us the accuracy of 94.48. So here it is by default giving us the accuracy. There is one parameter which is called a score that you can also use. I mean, you can use the score parameter, and into that whatever you want you can put, whatever the scoring technique you want to use you can put that. For over here I have went with the default one, right? So this is how it will keep on training. So it will do this thing for all the 30 features till the time I'm going to pause this video. All right, everybody. We are, I mean, this is done with, training the model with each different set of feature, and at the end, it has ended it at 5 out of 5, right? Now, let's just see at what point it started to decline, from which point it started to decline. So, like you can see over here with 19 features, when it trained it with 19 features, it gave us the 96.32% of the accuracy. And over here, it was the best one, right? And then it started to decline. Now let's just see what is the best 5 features it is giving us. So feature selector, that is our instance, and out of that I'm going to check k feature names, and this is the set of features which we get over here: 1 2 3 4 5, and this is what we would require to use in our model building and so on. Thank you very much for staying with me and watching this video. Hope it was easy to understand and absolutely clear. Just in case of any doubt, do not forget to put that into the comment section. I'll definitely try to reply on that. Until then, happy learning. Wish you very all the best. And yes, at the end, do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks again.